All right, welcome guys. Today is Wednesday. For the intuition test today, I was just saying I'm not going to be doing an intuition test at the end. Please pay attention to the socials. I am now going to be doing a Where Am I Wednesday. So I will take a photo. I'm going to remove the background, and then you're going to have to use your intuition to be like, where is Kim? Where in the world is Kim Cardiel early? Right? Like Carmen Sandiego. And you guys are gonna have to figure out where I'm at. Hey, Crystal, right on time. So let's go ahead and sit down, get into a nice, comfortable seat, gaze softly in front of you, or close your eyes. Really settling into this space. We did a cord cutting on our root last Wednesday. This is where you feel safe and grounded. Monday, we did the sacral. This is where you are feeling confident, your sexuality, your sensuality, your joy, your creativity. Now let's move up to the solar plexus today, your personal power, your confidence, the motivation, your alignment. As we settle into this space, feel your spiritual team entering. See your ancestors coming. See the ones that you have lost, holding space for you on the other side as you continue your human experience. Now, let's see that yellow disc spinning 2 inches above your belly button. A little bit faster than that sacral. Now, see that beam of light shooting out from that solar plexus chakra. On the other end are the people, places, and things that have been holding you back from your full and true alignment. Do you see old mindsets? Do you see false stories? Do you see a person? Do you see an experience from the past that traumatized you? Observe this without judgment. Whatever happened needed to happen for you to be in this space that you are in right now. No one can take anything from you. You have the power to create exactly what you want. Be confident in the gifts that you have given yourself that manifested into this human being. You are truly not living the universe, but you are a part of it. A teeny tiny little branch off of this huge, vast, infinite space we occupy. You are a badass. Start accepting that fact. See that chord, that string, that energy, that frequency that is connecting you to these blocks, these old stories, these hinders. See your light so bright that it shines and casts shadows in those dark places. We're not ashamed. We're proud, proud of what we've been through, proud of what we have overcome, proud of who we are becoming and have become. No one can take that from you. You are resilient. You are strong. You are purposeful. You are creative. You are magic. Feel your loved ones now standing behind you. Do you see that army? There is a literal army fighting for you, conspiring to make all of your dreams come true. Feel them now. See them. Feel that golden light entering at the top of your head, moving down your forehead, the front of your face, and the back of your neck, down your throat, your shoulder, your chest. Moving through that solar plexus, through that sacral and that root, washing down your belly, moving down your legs, past your knees, all the way down through to the end of your feet. Feeling that light rooting out the bottom of your feet into Mother Earth. Affirm to yourself here, I stand confidently in my personal power. I trust myself and my decisions. I am strong, capable, and worthy. I honor the fire within me. I act with courage and confidence. I release the need for control and embrace flow. My inner light shines brightly. I am motivated, focused, and determined. I am enough just as I am. I confidently create the life that I desire. I use my power with love and integrity. I am the author of my own story. Let's take a deep inhale. Collectively together, holding it at the top and exhale out the mouth. Let's put our hands together and encircle Mother Earth as we take this quiet time to listen, to extend, to observe, sending out that energy to Mother Earth and all of those around us, near and far. All right, guys. And when you are ready, go ahead and slowly bring your awareness back to your fingertips and your toes. If you missed it, I'm not doing the intuition test. I am because I'm doing it as a photo. So I'm going to be removing the background of where I'm at, and it's going to be where am I Wednesday? And you have to figure out where I am. I think I'm cracking myself up. I love those things, right? So you have to figure out where I am. I'll post some more black and white photos as well. Um, yeah. How's everybody feeling? Let's catch up. Anybody want to talk?
That was amazing. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you for your meditation yesterday. When you said get off, I got off because I was in a good space. I was like, had shit come.
Yay! That's awesome.
Just so you know, I was there till the end. I left at the very, very end. And I loved how you were like, no ego, amigo. I was like, no ego, amigo. You know what I mean? And just like,
I love that. That will always be one of my favorite lines you
yeah, no
use.
ego. No ego, amigo. None. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. That was And I felt good yesterday. Oh, you want to talk about, so my thing is I've been leading for so long that I needed to start taking that time for myself, right? So I have a new mentor who stepped into my space who I thought was going to be for business, but it doesn't it's not like I am seriously my shift was all wrong. My shift was not to shift into building my Reiki business. My Reiki business is fine. Like I said, I had two new clients this week and they didn't come from my website. My goal, my shift is to really focus on my kids. So for the next 10 years, 10, um, I'm gonna go, the business is gonna flow the way it's been flowing. My main focus for the next 10 years is gonna be my kids. I didn't create this life where I could be a work from home mom so that I could continue to fill my cup. The last 6.5 years that I've been getting sober, I've made it about me. I've been very selfish. I've made it about me. If you have been following along on my meditations, you'll see the progress that I made. Do you know what I mean? Like 3 years ago, I was telling people like, yeah, you know, don't worry about debt. Don't worry about credit cards. And it's crazy how like you have to, don't ever listen to what other people are telling you. Go with your gut. Like I'm always just speaking my truth, right? But the things that I was saying, my guides yesterday said somebody who was on my meditations, it got someone into a lot of financial trouble. Hi, Blanca. And I'm like, oh, well, shit, I didn't mean to do that. But I did because of how I was talking, because of where I was at. So always take what people are telling you. And this is why it's important to meditate because what anybody's telling you is just their perception. They're just sharing their experiences. We have to learn how to discern for ourselves. That tracks. That doesn't resonate for me. Karina sent me something. And what the guy was saying, some of it didn't resonate for me because I was like, I don't do that. I don't do that. But what he was saying about the energy and how it's shifting was 1000% it resonated. I was like, yes, because there's things that have been coming up. There's things that are coming up for me that wasn't expecting. And then yesterday, right after I did the meditation with Karina, and here's the part why it's hard for me to cry because when I messed up that appointment for my mom yesterday, old me would have cried. Oh, I fucked it up, blah, blah, blah. I'm not in that space anymore. So it was crazy because I could feel that old vibration coming up, but not the thought, just the vibration. So I started crying, right? I've been needing a good cry. But when I started crying, I was sitting on the toilet peeing and I started crying and I was in the bathroom and then I was like, "No, fuck this shit." Because I've done so much work to believe that everything happens for a reason. But recently, things haven't been going the way that I thought they were going to go. And I always tell people that's not how life is. They're going to go the way that they're supposed to go, right? Having a hard time processing what am I feeling? What's going on? So taking that time for myself, and I thought I was doing that. I used to do these meditations Monday through Friday. And remember, I was like, I started to feel when I was starting to go off. So I was like, I can't do these 5 days a week. I got to take Tuesdays and Thursdays for myself to go into my own practice, right? So I did that. Still feeling off because why? I'm not in alignment with where I'm supposed to be. I kept thinking I need to close this hair store so I could focus on this business, on this Reiki business. Where no, this store was closed so I can continue to do what I was doing here, but now I got to focus on my kids. I've spent a lot of time focusing on me, and now it's time to focus on my kids. They are what's important. They are what, and it's crazy. Yesterday, I they've been this house has been under construction, and my kids have been sharing a room. They're not little anymore. They need their own space. They need their own room. So yesterday, I cleared out the room upstairs, which has been their playroom. Cleared it the fuck out. I mean, it. I impressed myself and I was like, damn, I wish I would have had a before and after picture. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Karina. I wish I would have had a before and after picture because that's going to be Liam's room. So when I changed my focus and my intention, it has to be about my kids. It's crazy what you can get done, right? So my goal is to have his bedroom because realistically, because I do work, I'm like, by March. Do you know what I mean? So by the end of March, I want him to, they're going to have their own rooms, both of them. Because once I move him upstairs, she's going to get her own room too. So we're going to separate them. We're going to make the, so my goal is about them. I had a reality check. They've been doing very good in school. They both failed their spelling tests 2 weeks ago. They both got D's. I was like, what happened? I happened. Oh, the universe and the elders are absolutely good. Yep. And that's why I said you were always going to be guided. So that was a reality check for me. And I was like, well, that's not going to happen again. So all of my focus has shifted from building my Reiki business to focusing on my kids. My Reiki business is doing fine. Like as soon as I get off here, I got to finish up an Akashic Records report. I have events coming in. I'm booked. I'm already booked halfway through December. Most of December is already booked. Do you know what I mean? And has been since the beginning of November. So I'm already booking into January. So I'm not. I already have events actually start. I'm already booking into January. Yeah. So like I'm months ahead of hi Kim of things. So I don't need to worry about that. What I need to worry about is my fucking kids and their D's on their spelling tests. Like what the fuck happened? I'm not that's why I said, other people are like, oh my God, what's happening? Sit with it. Oh, I need to focus on my kids. All signs are leading me to focus on my kids. So I need to, that's where my focus is going to be. So that's why I said even these meditations, I'm like, where am I going with this? Where is this going? Where? So I'm going to be sitting with my guides and doing a lot more meditation and seeing where this is going to go, right? All like this TikTok built up to like I'm trying hard to do kids and everything else. Yeah, yeah, Ayrton, we all are, right? Ayrton. Ah, I feel like I'm not saying it right. I'm gonna have to bring you back on camera, Ayrton. I think it's Ayrton. But yeah, and that's the thing to do the kids and everything else. But that's what they said. But that's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna get. We can't get flustered, right? That's why I said, oh, I could be like, oh my God, oh my God. Instead, I'm like, oh my God, okay, I gotta focus on these kids a little bit more. Thank you, thank you for letting me know.
The
Thank.
twists and the turns are incredible. The twists and the turns, the shifts, you just don't expect. And whenever you hand over to to your guides too, and you say, I already know my why, show me the way. And then the twists and turns are like, whoa, I didn't see that coming.
I did not. I did not. I also because here's my problem, and I've always been like this. Like I always have an entourage. Do you know what I mean? So that's why like and it's so crazy how you're like you said the twists and the turns like your guides. I scheduled a painting thing for my children on Sunday and we went and we did they went and painted these the K-pop characters. And Karina, you know this about me. If that would have been 2 months ago, I would have brought friends. I would have messaged people like, "Hey, do you want to
Yeah.
do you want to go painting with us?" Everything I do, if you look at any of my social media, it's always me and a group. And I was like, "No. From now on, it's going to be me and just my kids
I love that.
for certain
Wow.
activities." Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Not everything,
Yes.
but
Not everything, but wow.
yeah, but I haven't done that. Do you know what I mean? Because in my mind, I thought that was more fun. Like, oh, you get to bring your friends. Let's have fun. But then
But that's overstimulation too for your nervous system because you're trying to entertain a friend and take care of your children and make sure that everybody's getting along, and that's way too much.
see, I don't get overstimulated by that. I think
You
that's the problem.
don't?
No.
God, that
Like,
is way too much. Oh my, for me, for me.
no. And I think because you're a teacher
Oh,
and
oh
you're
my God.
around. Oh,
That's my all day. So I would never want to choose that in my free time.
no, no, I love it. I love it. I
So,
bought a minivan on purpose.
oh my gosh, I
I
love that.
bought a minivan because I wanted to be able to
That's why
transport
it
my
takes a village. This is why it takes a village. And I tell everybody that because our children need all of these beautiful perceptions and perspectives.
personality. Yeah,
And
yeah,
learning
yeah. That's
to-
why.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
beautiful.
I love it. I love it. I'm always like, yeah, bring your friend because I grew up not having that. Do you know what I mean? I grew up, and that's not true. We had a lot of parties, but it was always like family friend. Anyway, I like that. But Jen, this girl that we're friends with on Facebook, and she comes on the Zoom meditation. She posted this thing about this a single mom. And she said that she was working two jobs and hustling and saving money to take her child was turning 11 and she wanted to take him to Disneyland and she wanted to buy him a PlayStation, right? And she's working all these doubles and she's like working and then she's working doubles as a waitress on a Saturday and she's just stacking all these chips and she's messaging her son. And now I'm crying. This stuff makes me cry. I can't cry for my own shit, but I can cry for everybody else's. Um that's what I was saying. It's not that I can't cry, but I haven't been able to release tears for me. But anyway, um, she sends him a quick text between the two jobs, and she's like, "How's homework?" Da da da. And he's like, "Good." So she comes home one Saturday, and he's sleeping, and he has this jar of money, and there's $14.50, and she um reads this paper, and it was his homework, and it's like, "Who's your hero?" And he's like, "My mom's my hero," and he said he was saving all his money because all he wanted to do was buy back a Saturday. Like he wanted to save enough money so that she didn't have to work a double on one
Oh
Saturday.
my God.
I know, right? If that doesn't bring you to tears, like he didn't care. Like he just wanted that time with his mom. And I said to Jen, I was like, this is exactly where I'm at right now. Like my kids, I think because I'm with them so much, I think that I'm there. But I keep hearing you have to be more present in the presence, Kim. Like you have to be more present. You have to be more focused on them. And those D's, they both got D's the same week. They get 90s, 100s on everything. So I don't worry. And that's the problem. I'm not focusing on them. And that their two D's, I didn't freak out. I was just like, oh, well, gee, if that wasn't another sign from the universe. And the mom was like, it's the kids don't care about, you know, and we think that they do, but that's the thing as parents, we're working so hard. We focus our thing on money and all these things when really they just want us. You know what I mean? They just want the time with us. So, and I think a balance of both is good. Do you know what I mean? Because when I read that, I was like, yeah, but of course I want to give my kid the club soccer and the, trips to Spain and the international trips and things like that. So it's nice to aspire for both, but I think for me personally, I have not been focusing on really being present with just them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that is why I said for the next 10 years, because they're 7 and 8, mine just turned 9. So that's until they get out of high school. So when I was meditating yesterday, and that's why Karina, I left because I was in that space. And my guides were like, for the next 10 years, Kim, your only focus, your main focus, and your purpose is your children, not your Reiki business, not retreats, not more, not this, not that. I want to, I'm like, I need to start, developing my courses more. They were like, nope, no, you don't. No, you don't. So for the next 10 years. And then here's what people do. I'm like, I'm 49. So you mean to tell me? And then here's what's so funny, which I love. I was told 3 years ago that I was going to start shaman training when I turned 60, that my shaman training was going to take 10 years, that I would be done with it when I was 70, and that I would be a shaman for about 21 years, from about the age of 70 to 91, and then I'm going to be checking out in my 90s. Um, And now if this doesn't resonate, I was told yesterday for the next 10 years, my focus is my children. That's it. I will be 59 in 10 years. Where does that put me? Right at the beginning of my shaman training. So I was like, okay. Oh, Maria said she did that with her last daughter. She's about to be 21, no regrets. Exactly. I get to drive my kids to school every morning. I get to pick them up after school every day. I get to do their homework with them. I get to practice dance with my daughter. I get to play more soccer and football with my son. I get to have all these experiences and I'm not taking advantage of it. Do you know what I mean? So again, I'm I just stopped working full time in April. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October. It's about right, 7 months. 7 months to adjust. Now I'm stepping into yeah, they're high-fiving on that one for sure, Melinda. And I was like, so when I heard yesterday, and like I said, I heard 3 years ago that I was going to start shaman training when I was 60. So it's crazy that 3 years later, here I have this other download where they're like, the next 10 years, your focus is not you. You've done enough of you. Your focus is now your children. Now take what you have done and put that into your children. Okay. Got it. So that's where my focus is going to be. So I'm not going to be worried about, oh my God, I don't have 12 clients. I'm not going to be worried about, oh my God, I don't have a website. I'm not going to be worried about, oh my God, I'm, you know, I, I'm not worried about any of that. The only thing I'm going to be worried about for the next 10 years is my children. So I'll be on here continuing to create the way that I do, the way that I want, at the pace that's good for me. I'm not a big believer. You got to post every day. No, no, I feel like it today. I don't feel like it today. Sometimes I'm consistent. Sometimes I'm not. I was doing a joke of the day all the way up until, October, September. And then my energy, I started getting angry. Menopause started rearing its head, and I'm okay. And I'm in that space now. But I'm going to be hitting you guys up with a bunch of turkey jokes. Turkey jokes are coming because I'm not finished. I'm not done with it. I just had to take a little pause for me, and that's okay. I'm not beating myself up for that. But yeah, Melinda, somebody sent me a bunch of turkey jokes. I got a bunch of turkey jokes for you guys. So yeah, so I'm really excited to see um, what's going to happen in the next 10 years. Because the next 10 years, my focus is going to be Liam and Luna. You know what I mean? I work so I look, Maria, I said I got turkey jokes. Maria put this emoji. You're gonna love them, Maria. You're gonna love them, I promise. But all right, guys, I'm gonna let the Zoomers go. I got some time with the TikTokers over here, so I love you guys. I will see you. I won't see you tomorrow because I'll be at the gym. Once October's done, I'll be back on the Tuesday and Thursday meditations because I need to go into that space for myself. So continuing to balance me and gonna shift my focus onto the kids. So I love you guys. I will see you Friday.